I'm going to talk about many depressing subjects. I'm going to give you something very positive today, something very nice and make you feel nice. In fact, a lot of negativity on social media. You see the end times, you see the wars going on with Muslims for the past hundreds of years and being targeted, racism, problems, foreigners, Western countries and be kicked out. All these issues, end times, Dajjal, Imam Mahdi, Malhama, Great War, whatever. But let me give you some nice positivity today. So I want to say something positive today. So I was in one of these Tablighi bayans today, and as you know, Tablighi people are very, very positive, talk about nice things. So I'm going to give you something very nice. So Imam Ghazali mentions this, and this is something that gives you relief when you hear these kind of stuff. Now, Imam Ghazali said that if every 1,000 years, if you fill the whole earth with mustard seeds, now you may think, where is he going with this? Just give it a minute. Let me land. So imagine you make the whole world filled with mustard seeds. Now, you know mustard seeds, if you were to put a room full of mustard seeds, you can probably fill millions of mustard seeds in there. Now imagine the whole world is full of mustard seeds, yeah. And every 1,000 years a bird comes and picks up a mustard seed from there. There's a time, one day will come, maybe trillions, billions, I don't know what number that is, I don't think a number exists. But after every 1,000 years picking a mustard seed, it'll take him God knows how long, So, but one day the mustard seeds will finish. But the life hereafter will never finish. So this temporary life, the temporary problems, temporary suffering, the temporary hardships, the targeting, the issues, the problems, many Muslims get a bit, feel a bit down. But don't feel, because at the end of the day, it is very temporary. When you think about it, that mustard seed every 1,000 years, that's not even going to be 10% of what your life will be here. You're not going to live 100 years most likely. So it's just beyond our imagination. The life hereafter will never finish. So once you get into that Jannah, once you put a footstep in there, you've succeeded. Do you understand? And that's it. You go to Jannah forever. Not thousands of years, not millions of years, not trillions of years, not a gazillion years, forever. It just goes on and on and on and on and on. A million years later, another goes on and on. When you think about these things, it gives you into perspective that, you know what, no matter what they throw at me, as long as I stay steadfast and I stay good and I stay in my iman, my faith, and I struggle and I do the good deeds and I stay away from haram and forbidden things. See, shaitan, as Allah says in the Quran, is there to incite fear, is there to incite worry and concern and hopelessness, and that hopelessness makes people commit sins and makes them get angry, makes us get upset. But this is not what Muslims are supposed to do. Muslims are supposed to be positive. So I know I say a lot of negative stuff and a lot of people think this guy is just spreading a lot of negativity, but I just wanted to spread some of the positivity that I got today from the Tablighi program today, give it a little bit of fresher, So just think about it, it's all temporary, and death will finish all of your problems, death will finish all of your worries and concerns, and once you die, everyone's going to move on. That's the end of everything, and the beginning of everything that you worked hard for, and all the sacrifices and patience that you had. So may Allah guide us and think of it in a positive way, and always remember, thinking about death will always relieve you of the problems of this life. So always, whenever you get sad or upset or angry, read some hadith about death, and it'll tell you the insignificance and unimportance of this life, and whatever you're going through, it is very small in the grand scheme of things. No matter what they hit you with, what's the worst they're going to do? Make you go to Jannah when you die. Not that bad. So let's have the bigger perspective in mind, inshallah. May Allah guide us and make us bring the reality of Iman into our life, rather than just having it in the tongue. We're just saying it.